Hi, I'm Ashish. I'm a chemical engineer who likes to do research on innovations that would change India's future. Someone told me the other day that India runs on diesel. I thought, really? Don't most of us drive petrol cars and public transport runs predominantly on CNG? I mean, this cannot be true, right? But then I came across this report by the PPAC that says that out of the entire oil consumption in the country, diesel is the highest with 39%, while petrol is a mere 12%. The main reason is diesel's massive consumption in sectors such as transportation, agriculture, and power. Practically the entire country runs on diesel. From tractors to trains, to cars to generators, it's diesel all the way. So I did some research and I found out that there are 6 major players in diesel industry in India, most of which are government controlled. Primarily, the product is the same, high-speed diesel extracted from fossil fuel. However, each company has a product with a certain additive that makes the diesel performance better, or so they claim. I also came across a very interesting fact. There has been no innovation in diesel fuel in the last 100 years. 100 years. That means that you are using the same fuel that your great-grandfather used in their youth. Absorb that. People ask, why innovate? Well, diesel comes with its own set of problems, which is less power, high maintenance, and very high pollution. There is a need to innovate and bring something that betters this fuel. Because trust me, India runs on diesel. A lagging diesel means a lagging India, and a dirty diesel means an unhealthy India. While researching about innovations in diesel, I came across Indizel, a bio-automotive diesel. It is also India's first Euro 6 compliant fuel, while the diesel in the market currently complies only to Euro 4 standards. They call it, and I quote, a carefully engineered diesel made from bio-raw materials that brings out the best of your diesel engine. Interesting. My curiosity made me write an email to them, and you know what? They sent me a jerry can full of Indizel with a note that says, why don't you try Indizel and see the results? By the way, the flash point of Indizel is higher than diesel, and hence it can be stored in cans and even transported safely. This jerry can contains 20 liters of Indizel. Test and see for yourself that we are the better diesel. Better diesel? But how do we believe that? Better mileage, lesser pollution, more power. These are tall claims to make. But how do we test all of this? Today we are here to check the performance of diesel and Indizel and check the horsepower, mileage and the emissions on an SUV as well as on a tempo using a chassis dynamometer.
A chassis dynamometer, in simple words, tests the power and the mileage of an engine. It is a device developed for the measurement and testing to simulate the road in a controlled environment, mainly inside a building.
For our test today, we're going to fill the all-powerful and ever-dependent Innova with diesel and check the horsepower that the diesel provides. After that, we will pump out the diesel and fill the tank with Indizel and repeat the same test. So now I'm sitting in the car and I'm taking it for the test. Alright, so we're all set. The car's filled with diesel. It's all set up. We have my friend Karan here from KS Motorsport helping us with this. Let's start. Starting the test now. We're looking at achieving an RPM of about 4,000 and test the BHP of this car with the diesel fuel at the 3rd gear. Karan's going to start the test now and we're going to go up to 4,000 RPM and see how it goes. As you can see, starting on the first gear, the car is moving with a rickety-rockety movement. The second gear is now, and now we are finally in the third gear with full acceleration with a final BHP score of 81 BHP. 81.73 is the final score. Alright, so we're back now and we're going to do this again with Indizel as the fuel now. We're starting the test and the car is picking up speed, as you can see. We're going up to about 100 kilometers per hour and the drive is much smoother, the sound is much lesser and the torque feels so much smoother with Indizel as the fuel.
The BHP for the Innova went up by 3 horsepower with Indizel. That is almost a 20% increase of the Innova's overall horsepower. The Tata Ace also saw an increase of about 3.5 kilometers per litre increase in mileage while using Indizel. To understand the emissions, we did a PUC test for diesel and then Indizel. The Indizel emissions were more than 80% less than diesel. Definitely a good news for environment.
The Chase's Dynamometer test clearly showed that Indizel is a much more powerful fuel than diesel. Because of its high cetane number, it provides better mileage than diesel. Also, it has a much higher torque and much less pollution. Apart from that, because of its high flash point, it can be stored easily in cans and transported, unlike diesel.
Fuel consumption is remarkably lesser with Indizel and the mileage is much higher. Just imagine the kind of positive effect it will be on the economy.
Apart from this, the fellows behind Indizel also sent me their lab test reports that show that it has a lower lubrication point, which means better lubrication for the engine, enhancing the engine's life. For colder cities, Indizel is a boon, as due to its low cold filter plugging point, it enables faster ignition even at temperatures as low as -12 degrees. Simply a win-win. And that's not all. Being a biodiesel, Indizel comes under the GST and hence its users get an 18% GST set-off. Simply amazing. Indizel is launching soon and I really hope people try it because India deserves a better diesel. India deserves Indizel.